Welcome to the Acting Academy YouTube channel. This video is all about voice and how you can improve it through different exercises and little hints and tips on what not to do so that your voice is as clear and as controlled as possible. Some things make it more difficult for your voice to work properly, like fizzy drinks and chocolate. It may seem strange, but all fizzy drinks do is fill you with gas, which you don't really need, and chocolate just clogs up your throat, which makes it more difficult to make the sounds that you need when you're speaking clearly. So all you need is water. It hydrates you and keeps your throat from getting too dry. An actor's voice is like an instrument. It needs three things to make the sound. It needs an exciter, it needs something to vibrate, and it needs a resonator. Now, on an instrument like this, you can work out where those three things are. The exciter is the action on a ukulele of plucking the string. The string itself vibrates, so that's where the vibration happens to make the sound. And the resonator is the body of the ukulele. Same thing in the clarinet. The exciter is the breath, so we're getting a bit closer to what we're talking about with voice. But the exciter is the breath. What vibrates is the reed at the top of the clarinet, and then the resonator is the tube that the air flows down. So if you consider our voice as an actor, your exciter is the breath that you take in into your lungs and then exhale out. The thing that vibrates is your vocal cords or your larynx, and then your the resonator is in the mouth, it's in the throat, it's in the nose, and that's where all of the sound is produced to make it sound louder than it normally is. So for an actor, we have to make those things the best they can be, and we do that through the exercises that we'll show you over the next few sessions. So based on what we know now, we have to take into account the first of those three ideas of exciter. For us to have a really good control over the words that we speak in, say, a monologue or a Shakespearean piece of verse, what we need to do is make sure that we have enough breath to last the length of the words that we're speaking. One of the ways in which we can increase our lung capacity is by doing some exercises, which I'm going to show you now. So I'd like you to imagine that your torso is represented by a cube. The front of your body is the first side, the back of your body is the second side, the top of your body is the third side, across the shoulders. Underneath the cube is the fourth side, and that's around the diaphragm area, and then your left and your right side. Imagine that when you breathe in, only one of your sides is going to move when you inhale. Okay, so the first thing you do, we're going to look at side one. When you breathe in, try and make the whole of your front side expand outwards, and just that, so you're really keeping everything else very, very tight, and so it doesn't move at all. So it should expand outwards as you breathe in. I'd like to breathe in for a count of 3. So breathing in 1, 2, 3, and breathe out 2, 3. Now as I'm counting, I'm having to stop my breath, but what I'd like you to do is make that continuous movement out, hold it for 3, and then breathe out for 3. As you go through each side of your 6-sided box, try and make sure that you're breathing in for 3, holding it for 3, and then out for 3. After you've done all 6 sides, The idea is that you then go through again, expanding for a longer period of time. So the count of 4. Breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, breathe out for 4. Then breathe in for 5. Try and get through all 6 sides of the box, each time increasing by 1 count, up to the count of 7. Once you've done each side individually, up to a count of 7, then try and use all 6 sides together, again for a count of 7. So all 6 sides should be moving at the same time. When you breathe in for 7, try and make sure that your lung capacity increases. All 6 sides are expanding up to the point of a count of 7. Hold it for a count of 7, and then breathe out for the count of 7. If you do this regularly, 3 or 4 times a week, your lung capacity will improve and you'll have much more air to support the words that you're saying in your performances. So now you know how to improve your lung capacity, you should be able to work on improving the power and the control you have over your breath. In the next session, we'll be looking at sound production and some little exercises that will help you to improve that as well. See you then.